Sophie Cunningham and Wes Wilson's new podcast. So supposedly these two has been friends for quite a while. It's an exclusive. The Volume is making its next move beyond sports. The brand's newest podcast pairs Indiana Fever star Sophie Cunningham with Summer House breakout Wes Wilson, longtime friends from Columbia, Missouri. The two linked up weekly for Show Me Something, a fast-talking, no-rules show covering sports, pop culture, and everything in between. First episode is out now. They join it.
Sophie Cunningham has recently gained significant attention following her statements regarding Caitlin Clark during her latest podcast appearance. The Phoenix Mercury player's comments have sparked widespread discussion across social media platforms and basketball communities. Cunningham launched a new podcast titled Show Me Something alongside co-host Wes Wilson. Both individuals hail from Missouri, specifically the Columbia area. The podcast represents a collaboration between the Volume Entertainment Network and combines WNBA content with broader pop culture discussions.
They joining a growing Volume lineup that includes New Rory, Mel, Fat Joe, and Jada Kids, Angie Martinez, and I believe Shannon Sharp used to be with Volume as well. So those guys you might not know about Volume Entertainment. Volume Entertainment is owned by Callan Coherd of FS1. This is his company. He's the set owner of it. Now, with that being said, this is the clip that has...
The Volume, owned by Colin Cowherd from FS1, features various personalities, including former NFL players and entertainment figures in their growing roster of shows. The podcast format brings together sports commentary with reality television-style conversations, creating a unique blend of content. Cunningham and Wilson, who have maintained a friendship for an extended period, deliver weekly episodes covering athletics, entertainment, and contemporary culture topics. During the inaugural episode, Cunningham shared insights about her teammate Caitlin Clark that differed from typical media portrayals. She described Clark as having a playful, relaxed personality off the basketball court.
This is the clip that has broken the damn internet, man. This is actually Sophie Cunningham speaking about Caitlin Clark. Let's pull it up right now. Roll the footage.
But I think it's also ironic that, well, Caitlin Clark plays for the Indiana Fever.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if a lot of people would consider Indiana to be the biggest. But I mean, it is now.
It is.
Wouldn't you say?
Because of her.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Max.
But we love the Midwest. We love what we're.
According to Cunningham, the rookie star maintains a casual demeanor, frequently wearing comfortable clothing and displaying characteristics typical of someone her age. 23 years old, Cunningham emphasized that Clark's public persona often contrasts with her private behavior. While fans and media expect certain characteristics based on her competitive court presence, Clark demonstrates a more laid-back approach to daily life. This perspective offers a different view of the highly publicized player who joined the Indiana Fever. The conversation took a more serious turn when Cunningham addressed the treatment Clark has received from opposing teams and players throughout the league.
We love the Midwest. We love where we're from.
What's playing with Caitlin been like for you? Or like, what's something that her as a teammate, like not something that's like on ESPN, but
dude, she's just goofy.
Yeah.
Like she's goofy. And like, I think that's everyone expects her to be a certain way, and she is on the court, but like she's low-key a kid. Like she's 23 years old.
Yeah.
Like she's like my little cousin. You know what I mean? And so it's been fun just to kind of like see where she's at in her career and whatnot. But I promise you, she's like so chill. She doesn't care. She's always in sweats and a sweatshirt. Like she literally does.
She revealed that during her previous time with Phoenix, team discussions centered around challenging the rookie and demonstrating the league's competitive intensity. These conversations focused on proving to Clark what professional women's basketball truly entailed. Cunningham acknowledged that rookie players typically face increased scrutiny and testing from veteran competitors. However, she noted that Clark's situation involves heightened levels of targeting that exceed normal rookie treatment. The Mercury player expressed concern about the excessive nature of these approaches, particularly as Clark enters her second season.
In her career and whatnot, but I promise you, she's like so chill. She doesn't care. She's always in sweats and a sweatshirt. Like she literally does not care.
But I think it's...
Now that's Sophie Cunningham speaking about Caitlin Clark. Now she went on to say some other things about Caitlin, and that is Caitlin being targeted. Now we know Caitlin Clark has been seeing a level of attacks, I should say, dealing with WNBA stars and different WNBA players Let's play this clip here next.
Like you have seen players in our league try to like toughen up.
Whoa.
The podcast host also discussed her own rise to prominence within the WNBA community. She referenced a particular incident that significantly boosted her social media following, mentioning substantial increases across multiple platforms. Her TikTok followers jumped from approximately 200,000 to over 350,000, while Instagram saw growth exceeding 1 million followers overnight. This viral moment became a defining experience in Cunningham's professional career, though she admitted becoming overwhelmed by the constant attention and content featuring her likeness. The sudden fame surge created both opportunities and challenges for the professional athlete.
Caitlin, we call her Cece.
Hold on,
Cece,
let me start her. My bad.
even when I wasn't on her team, like you have seen players in our league try to like toughen up. Caitlin, we call her Cece. Cece. Even when I wasn't on her team, like I know the talks that Phoenix had in the locker room of like, no, we're gonna prove her, we're gonna show her what the W really is. You know what I mean? And like I get it to a certain extent, and like every rookie coming into the league, that's how you're gonna treat them. But there's just more for her. So
the podcast episode has generated considerable discussion about player treatment within the WNBA, particularly regarding rookie experiences and competitive boundaries. Cunningham's revelations about team strategies concerning Clark have raised questions about appropriate levels of physical play and psychological pressure in professional sports. Various basketball analysts and fans have responded to these statements, with some calling for league investigations into potential targeting practices. The situation draws parallels to previous professional sports controversies involving coordinated efforts to challenge specific players through aggressive tactics. The Show Me Something podcast continues to gain viewership as audiences seek authentic perspectives from active WNBA players.
Rookie coming into the league, that's how you're going to treat them. But there's just more for her. So it's her second year. And like now being on her team and like seeing it, I'm like, what are people doing? Like actually it's just too much. Too much. Like you have seen
Hold on, because there's more, because Sophie Cunningham opens up about the fans as well. Let's see. I think this one right here is about the fans. Let me see if I can find it here. Scroll down. So much stuff happening in sports news today. Yeah.
The show's format allows for candid discussions that often reveal information not typically shared through traditional sports media outlets. Cunningham's comments highlight ongoing debates about competitive fairness, rookie treatment, and the balance between challenging new players and maintaining appropriate conduct standards. These discussions reflect broader conversations about professional sports culture and athlete protection across various leagues. The podcast's success demonstrates growing interest in player-driven content that provides behind-the-scenes insights into professional athletics. As more athletes launch their own media platforms, audiences gain access to perspectives previously unavailable through conventional sports coverage.
Yeah, here we go. Let's listen to this. I can play the sound. Oh, wow. Hold on, guys. My bad. Y'all see it? Okay. Now y'all can see it. Let's play it.
Is that your moment in the WNBA?
Yeah, which is crazy.
They were like,
we all remember that.
The Volume Network's expansion into WNBA content through Cunningham's show represents the growing commercial viability of women's professional sports media. This development coincides with increased overall attention toward women's basketball, partially driven by players like Clark, who generate significant fan interest and media coverage. Future episodes of Show Me Something are expected to continue providing similar insider perspectives on league dynamics, player relationships, and contemporary sports culture. The podcast's early success suggests sustained audience interest in authentic athlete voices discussing professional basketball experiences. The Indiana Fever secured a victory against the Phoenix Mercury with a final score of 107-101 in what proved to be an eventful matchup.
In attendance, much to their credit, they didn't play nice tonight. Good job. They booed the hell out of DeWanna Bonner. And then Alyssa Thomas started jawing at the fans. Well, let me understand something. You want fans booted out of arenas, but it's okay for you to talk shit Question mark? We got a little double standard action going on in this league. We really do. Let's start here. There's Caitlin Clark's sighting right there.
The contest featured notable performances from several players and some controversial moments that created tension between teams and spectators. During the game, home crowd support played a significant role as fans expressed their displeasure toward DeWanna Bonner with loud disapproval throughout her appearance. The vocal reaction from the audience was particularly intense when Bonner entered the contest, creating an atmosphere that clearly affected the visiting team's composure. Alyssa Thomas responded to the crowd's behavior by engaging in verbal exchanges with spectators from the sideline. This interaction highlighted ongoing discussions about fan conduct and player responses in professional basketball.
Oh, at the beginning of the game, and my goodness, she looked like I looked for quite a while in this sucker. I gotta be real. DeWanna Bonner entering in the game right here. This was the Indiana Fever.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is the first team second. Coming in for Phoenix number 14, DeWanna Bonner.
And I got
The situation raised questions about acceptable behavior standards for both supporters and athletes during competitive games. Caitlin Clark was spotted early in the matchup, though her playing status remained uncertain for an extended period. The star player's presence continued to draw attention despite limited court time during this particular contest. Referees faced criticism for their handling of several key situations throughout the game. One controversial moment involved Sophie Cunningham receiving contact to her face, which officials reviewed but ultimately ruled as a foul against the Fever rather than the Mercury.
And I got to tell you, that doesn't do it justice, because on my TV, it was loud. The fans really showed up on that. They did. They didn't let it slide. So, after that, Alyssa Thomas talking shit. Right here on the side, let me turn this down there. She's talking, she jawing with some fan. Right here. I mean, it's crazy.
This decision sparked debate about officiating consistency and review procedures. Ari McDonald delivered an outstanding performance, particularly during the opening half, where she accumulated 17 points and 2 assists while shooting perfectly from three-point range at 3 for 3. Her exceptional play continued throughout the contest, ultimately finishing with a career-high 27 points on 7 of 11 shooting from the field. Aaliyah Boston struggled initially but found her rhythm during the fourth quarter, scoring 14 points in just 4 minutes during that crucial period. Her final statistics showed 22 points and 12 rebounds for a double-double performance, shooting 54% from the field on 6 of 11 attempts.
She's talking, she jawing with some fan. Right here. I mean, it's crazy. Most thin-skinned players in any sports league in existence. Right here. Right here. Oh, we want to grow. Pay us what you owe us. But we don't want actual sports fans to consume our product. We don't want them to boo and heckle like actual sports fans do. My goodness gracious, my goodness. Sophie Cunningham right here.
Sophie Cunningham contributed 12 points to the Fever's offensive effort, while Damiris Dantas added 12 points in 10 minutes of action. Chloe Bibby provided valuable bench production with 10 points in 13 minutes, demonstrating the team's improved depth following recent roster additions. The Indiana squad connected on 9 three-point shots during portions of the game, showcasing improved perimeter shooting that had been inconsistent in previous contests. This offensive efficiency proved crucial in maintaining their advantage against a competitive Mercury team. Kelsey Mitchell experienced one of her less productive outings, managing only 8 points on 3 of 10 shooting after several strong recent performances.
Sophie Cunningham right here. She gets absolutely blasted right in the jaw. The referees tonight, once again, total clowns. Total clowns. By the way, this was reviewed, folks. This was reviewed, and Sophie Cunningham got the foul that led to points for the Phoenix Mercury. We had
Despite the off night, her recent improved play has been a positive development for the team's overall success. For Phoenix, Alyssa Thomas led scoring with 32 points, while Kalia Copper added 22 points in the losing effort. The Mercury remained competitive throughout the contest, but couldn't overcome Indiana's balanced offensive attack and strong home crowd support. The game's final minutes extended considerably due to numerous official reviews and stoppages, turning what should have been a brief conclusion into an extended affair. These delays disrupted the game's flow and contributed to frustration from both teams and spectators.
Points for the Phoenix Mercury. We had Ari McDonald. She went absolutely bananas in the first half of this game. She did. She had a massive game, career high. This was her in the first half. 17 points, 2 assists, 3 of 3 from three-point range. She wasn't done. She wasn't done. Let's take a look at this. Sophie Cunningham came up big in the fourth. Aaliyah Boston came up huge in the fourth. She was struggling.
A notable defensive sequence featured Lexi Hull securing a steal and finding Ari McDonald for a fast break layup during the second quarter. Boston also converted an and-one opportunity during her fourth quarter surge, successfully completing the free throw to extend Indiana's lead. Despite Phoenix's persistent efforts to close the gap, Indiana maintained control throughout most of the contest. The Mercury refused to surrender and continued fighting until the final buzzer, making the victory more challenging than the final margin might suggest.
In the fourth, she was struggling. And then at one point, she had scored 14 points in 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. And I couldn't believe it. She actually got a whistle tonight. 6 of 11, 54%, 22 points, 12 rebounds, got the double-double. Sophie, 12 points. Ari McDonald, 27 points. 27 points on 7 of 11. Kelsey Mitchell had one of these.
Recent roster moves have provided positive results for Indiana, with both McDonald and Bibby proving to be valuable additions. However, questions remain about other roster decisions and whether additional changes might be necessary to maximize the team's potential. Natasha Howard's recent performances have drawn scrutiny, with multiple games featuring below-average production and seemingly slower movement on the court. These concerns add to ongoing discussions about roster optimization and playing time distribution.
The one of these nights that we saw her have a lot before the last 3 weeks, 3 of 10, only 8 points, but hey, you're going to have an off night. She's been on a heater as of late. Dantas, 10 minutes, 12 points. Chloe Bibby showed up, 13 minutes, 10 points. Both of them. I mean, you're looking at all these three-pointers. I know.
The victory demonstrated Indiana's improved competitiveness against quality opponents, as Phoenix ranks among the league's better teams. Strong individual performances from multiple players showed the team's developing chemistry and offensive capabilities. Clark's return timeline remains unclear, though her eventual comeback is highly anticipated by fans and teammates. The team has shown ability to compete effectively in her absence, which should provide confidence moving forward.